Hi, my name is Nicole Jones, and I'm the marketing manager for CopyPress. I'm here today at Pubcon Vegas 2013, and I'm joined by Ross Jones from To the Top Design. Hi.
Hey Nicole, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Thanks so much for agreeing to interview with me.
Sure, happy to be here.
So you spoke today?
I spoke yesterday, spoke about WordPress SEO. We kind of talked about the basics of basic WordPress optimization, making sure that your site is indexable, that Google can find it, making sure that you've got the right settings to so that Google knows whether you want to use the www versus the non-www, setting that both in WordPress and Webmaster Tools, making sure that you deal with the duplicate content issues that are kind of inherent to WordPress site because of the categories and tags and archives. And then, honestly, at the end of the day, you've got to make sure that you've got compelling content on the website, because if gone are the days when you could have spun content or really thin content and expect to do well on Google. Today, it's really about, why do you deserve to show up number one on Google? Why do you deserve to get traffic from Google, and what do you do with that traffic? How do you convert it and help to grow your business? Whether you're a large corporate entity, or whether you're a plumber in Nashville that you're just trying to pick up a few more clients from the web.
Can you answer that question then?
Well, it's a situation where there's not really that many shortcuts to what you're doing. You've got to create that fantastic content. WordPress is a great platform to have a search engine friendly infrastructure. There are still some technical tweaks that you need to do, but at the end of the day, it's making sure that you've got that compelling content on your website, and then making sure that you don't have any roadblocks to Google or Bing or any of the other search engines to be able to understand what you're about. So if you're relevant to somebody searching for water damage for porches, that you can show up there, that you help the search engines understand what you're about. And WordPress can be a great foundation for building an internet marketing campaign.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with you. I'm not as experienced, or I don't know as much about SEO and different platforms, but WordPress is what we use. And when I used to manage the blog, I love it's just so easy and intuitive to make it optimized, to make the site optimized and make the content optimized. So.
Right. WordPress really lends itself to users generating additional content. We standardized upon it a number of years ago because it was so easy for our clients to add new pages to their website or tweak existing content. You don't want to have to depend upon your web designer, your web partner, to make a change from $7 to $8. The client ought to be able to do that, and WordPress has a great back end from a user experience standpoint to be able to easily make those common changes that somebody needs to make on their website.
Right. So do you want to tell me a little bit more about yourself and To the Top Design?
Sure. So we're a small agency based in Nashville, Tennessee. Been in Nashville area all my life. I've been in the world of websites and internet marketing since about 95, 96. Started doing SEO a little while before there was a Google.com. So we've seen a significant amount of change. But at the same time, I just did a presentation, on how SEO has changed and how it's going to be in the future. And honestly, since the beginning, it's been about creating fantastic quality content, staying away from gimmicks, and giving your users a good experience on your website. And that's the same as it was 15 years ago. And my expectation is that's going to work pretty well next year if you want to be nice and visible online.
So you think it's finally getting to the point where Google is cleaning out all of the people that are finding ways to scheme and to trick and stuff like that? Do you think, even with the guest blogging stuff, I feel like that clogged up pretty quickly with people just doing it at large scale and pushing out just to, get all their links they can and get you to go to their site, which didn't have the content that it really should have to be ranked so well, right? Right.
So that's certainly what Matt Cutts tells us, and I enjoy listening to Matt. Every time I hear Matt speak, there are takeaways and nuggets that can help to give us insight into what's Google thinking and what's coming down the road, and how should we be positioning our websites and how we should be positioning our clients online so that they get maximum visibility and our clients can grow their businesses as they need to.
So you said Matt Cutts always has little nuggets in each of his keynotes each year. So did you go to his keynote this year?
I did. I was there this morning, and I also teach I teach a senior level marketing class at Belmont University in Nashville, and and it's very early on Tuesdays and Thursday mornings. This morning I did a hangout with my class. They had to show up for class, but I was here in Vegas on the hangout with them. I shared with them a couple of tidbits that Matt gave us in his keynote. One of the things that I remember specifically was he was talking about they're going to be tightening up authorship. And authorship has kind of been a very easy win for websites. You do the technical requirements. You've got a Google Plus profile for the individual author. You make sure you've got the contributor to link on their Google Plus site. You put in the rel author code on the website, and boom, their headshot appears in the SERPs, and that usually leads to a nice increase in your click-through rate. So a very inexpensive and easy surefire win on the way to increase some traffic to your website. Well, Matt said that they're going to be tightening that up. In some, authorship has not really taken off. However, in some verticals, it really is getting crowded. I've got a client that their primary keyword phrase that they want to rank well for, pretty much every listing has an authorship headshot next to it. My expectation is that they're probably going to be tightening up authorship by removing the author highlight photo for those authors who are either not seen to be as authorities or who are not active on Google Plus, somewhere along that lines. That helps me understand that for my clients, even though I've been encouraging them to be active on Google Plus, it probably means that they really do need to be active. And so I just need to redouble my efforts to make sure that if my client wants to have their authorship photo show up on the SERPs, then they probably need to be continuing to show Google that they really are an authority on that subject matter.
So, so with the authorship, and was there something else that maybe, did you have any big takeaways from that?
On a related note, I guess the other thing that I remember specifically was they're also going to be tightening up rich snippet implementation, and so those two things, the author highlight photos, the authorship, and the rich snippets, that's been a really nice win. And so my expectation is that Google's going to make it a little more challenging for people to have those show up. They're probably going to make it a little harder to game the system. They probably want to reward the true authorities and the people that have valuable content. And so that's I think gets back to the three things that have always worked: are create fantastic content, stay away from gimmicks, and have a great user experience.
Well said. Thank you so much for agreeing to speak with me.
Thanks for your time, Nicole. Great
Thank
to meet
you.